I got it. Well, I mean, I got it, and I'm getting rid of it. I don't like the red ones anymore. I'm switching to black. All right, I'm joking. I'm not gonna act, well, F you too. I'm not actually getting rid of this, but I have some color coding combinations, and you guys want to see what's in the PACKOUT? In this one, I'm going to show you what's in the PACKOUT. I'm barely going to put stuff away. I already started. We're going to give you the tour, but I got a problem, which is I got to get all the stuff out of this red one into this somehow. And so I've got my toys over here, my 3D printed items. A lot of stuff has changed since I originally put bins in here or bins in the other one. And I've got some cool labels. You can see anything electrical, whether it's low voltage or high voltage. We're trying to do this, right? Yellow, bright yellow.
Visual cues for
those
of us that struggle.
So I'm going to give you a tour of what it looks like real quick, okay? And show you some redundancy, show you some options, and then we'll get them real cleaned up, okay? So this has got a lot of cable ties, RJ11, HDMI. This one's, well, if you know what that is, hit up the comments. In fact, here, I'll show you another one. If you know what that is, I'd love an input. But, you know, F connectors, more F connectors, RCA splitters.
Do you have a secret side hobby? I don't know that.
What, the splitters or the F connectors?
You have a lot of random.
It's audio video. Come on, you know why audio video, right? We got banana jacks, crate.
I was just hoping maybe that would be like the cue to get the speakers in the bedroom. And the garage installed.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I gotta get the videos out of the way. I have a Toslink splitter. Didn't know that exists. HDMI 90-degree adapters. Cable organization, Velcro zip ties. Okay, that's that one. Then I got this one, which you can see, network rack. It's gonna have network rack related stuff in it, but it'll probably overlap. You know, if you guys don't like to cage your nuts, then what are you doing on the weekend?
What are
they're cage nuts. What kind of sick joke do you think I'm making?
I mean, are they from free range chickens?
Well, the free range ones are the black bolts. What?
I love you so much.
But you know, I already started, and like everything coarse that I would use to like hang a rack, and then for the guys that have the really small shafts, bolts, I've got smaller nuts for them. And it's in a smaller container.
For everybody.
Right, and here's the thing. Some stuff is updated. Like we've shown you some of these really cool bins. These ones are the ones where you can have a whole stack of 2 or 3 of these underneath, right? You can like put that down there, and then you put that there, right? Or you can just run that, and you can have shallow storage and deep storage. But in some of them like this, I'm hoping that I could take something like this and put one of these 4-ways or one of these 9. I just did math in my head really quick. I'm pretty sure that's 9 3 times 3. There's a bug in it. Oh no, that's lint. That's usually from my belly button. 6-ways. Standard profiles, right? I've talked about that. You know, you want to do something like that and then have space available in the bottom. There was this one that was the full set, right? So what we're going to do is, you can see the things that I need to organize. This one has a lot of redundancy, right? We got RJ45, we've got splice connectors, wire nuts, more cable staples or cable screws. So I'm betting that I can take like all this F connector stuff, put it in there with that, get rid of this one, and then I won't have this weird red and black thing going on. So what I'm going to do is, oh yeah, and I got one more. This one this one's just about done. This one has all of my Arduino or ESP32s, relays, LEDs for ESPs and Arduinos, some of the already printed 3D enclosures, LED light, strip light related stuff, And then I'm going to basically order a bunch of like the JST connectors that the LEDs use, put those in there and try to have like this sort of LED slash ESP32. And we've got a label printed for that somewhere.
You're really funny.
For the front, yeah. I'm going to make.
See, you filed that request during my Wake and Bake.
Well, we got that one. Where's this? I haven't made it. I haven't did the CAD work.
I'm sorry.
You occupied?
I was.
Occupied. Okay, so you're saying. So we're showing this in this essence, but that's it.
I bet you they have really good imaginations and can absolutely imagine what
so
a yellow
picture
label
this
on
saying SBC. You know what that is. Hit the comment. This video is sponsored by Stack Smarter. Boom. You hit the comments with the right answer, you win some Stack Smarter stuff. But, you know, we also run into some scenarios where we have really good 3D prints and we do something like this, and then we run into a bug, a small bug, a bug like, this is what happens when you don't use foam. So all of these don't have a place to put it, but we'll get into it. Let's go ahead. Let's do a quick time lapse, and then I'll tell you sort of with the completed how my brain was thinking, which is scary. I realize it. So have yourself a little break. Maybe you should wake and bake and then come back and see the end result of it being super organized.
Have a safety meeting.
Right, exactly.
Have a pee. We'll be back.
All right, let's get this going. So, there we go. Now, I did decide to throw a few items out. Now, what's really funny is I've definitely kept these old RG59 F connectors. These. You ever just save a connector because you know, like, I might not have a good pair of crimping tools on me, but that'll at least get them going? I came up with that idea like 7 years ago. Okay. Also, 3D printing is not always the answer. So this mod for faceplates, not faceplates, for switches, not the plates themselves, is a really great mod, okay? But let me show you a problem that I ran into. You can see us okay, right? Mm-hmm. So I've got one in here, and actually I had Jen 3D print it, and we just changed the size when you have a printer. And you're not paying a company to do it, and you don't like something, you just change the size. So what was happening was is I was putting in these in here, which this is one of those universal, it's both a like a standard duplex, and it's a Decora, and it's, you know, a quick port. When you put that in, it goes in. But if you watch this, if I put this in here and then push it all the way to one side, I can actually get it to pivot. Now, you know how it is. This is going to sit in your van. Okay? If there's a bunch, it probably won't go anywhere, but the whole point is to keep them from rubbing up against each other's. Which, yes, you could just do that. And you'll say, well, you are doing that. Now, I'll show you why I'm doing that. Because these cheeky little buttholes and 3D printed, not downing 3D printing, but you design something, and then somebody comes out with this, and they make this part just a tad bit thicker. And you have to like bend them to get it in. Now this is stretching the bin and it won't go anywhere, but it's not doing what it was designed. So I have to fall back to something like that. Now what I did do is I just drew up a square, 3D printed it, set up a divider, and then thought of a whole nother concept, which is, would that be cool? To just 3D print a bin and a bunch of dividers, and as long as you don't put really tiny screws from a warranty standpoint, offer something like this to where people can just customize it to their side with that kind of almost infinite possibility. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think on that. But that one, we came to this one. This one has it to where we change the size, and I'm going to pull it all out, I realize, and they fit in there much better. They're not going to come loose. And what I'm going to just do is take this little sideways part, because this bin has a little bit more width, put as many as I can in there, And they're still organized. They're touching each other, but they have the plastic on. Slide it there. We're good. And maybe these extra ones. Now, you know, I don't know if you know what these are for. I actually found this hack along what?
I haven't seen one of those in a minute.
This hack works pretty well, but you can buy something like this, right? This is an F connector on both sides. Okay, so this is like for your coax, right? Your spectrums, okay, your cable. If you want to hook up a subwoofer, RG6 quad shield works pretty well for long runs of subwoofer. So on the back side, it's got an F connector. So you run your RG6, you go to this, and then you've got this weird connector. You can get RG6 to RCA connectors, and then you can either swap these things out. If you can't find them all in one, you screw that onto there, and then you have a modern looking subwoofer plug, and you don't have to use an adapter on your cable. Or you can usually unscrew those, put it on like that, and then you have a subwoofer plate. Now, here's the funny thing, is I don't give a crap about F connectors, and I would never run coax unless it was for a subwoofer, and even then, I would probably try to find another way. So realistically, I should probably just save one, right? Because I'm not doing these kinds of service calls anymore, so most of this stuff is for my own good. And I'm going to show you each one of the boxes, but I want to put this back in here, and then I'll go over everything. Are we at a good view?
You need to lift it from the rear a little more.
That's what she said.
We need to build you like a platform, like an easel almost.
Like an
to display your completed packouts. It'll be a lazy Susan, and then we can spin it like they do decorated cakes.
I can get it. Is it cake or not?
I can see it in my brain. It's amazing. Yes,
is it cake?
Is it cake?
Does it
like,
rotate?
You know how they spin it and.
I do. I'm intrigued. All right, so we're gonna do that, and it's gonna fit. Okay, so what we've got in here, I'm gonna try to appease what Jen said. Appease. How's this?
I mean,
I'm gonna pick stuff up.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a loop back tester, and then we have power strip mounting. Then we've got the small cage nuts, the small cage nut bolts. We have big cage nuts and big cage nut bolts. We've got some specific ubiquity stuff, so ceiling grid mounting. We've got some rubber baby buggy bumpers. I don't know, what do you guys call those? Random key, just some random stuff, but stuff I don't want to get rid of. Obviously, face plates. We've got anchors. This is for, you know, mounting a small rack to a wall or anything that requires a little bit of extra weight. We've got some bolt style clamps, well, strap clamps that require bigger screws. We've got some empty anchors. We've got some of these centering washers for racks, standoffs, nuts and bolts, small nuts and bolts. Okay. Then we have some more of these like centering washers, and then some of these split washers that are for help holding bolts. Then we have coarse screws, and then tiny screws, and then USB connectors. These, I am going to show you a video of this. So this, you can hook these up to your standard quick port face plates or to a quick port like rack patch panel. And I've got some of my home theater slash server and my automation, and I need to put some dongles, like some of those wireless adapters, on the front of my network rack. So this is going to come in handy. This is some old style USBs, and this is what some of the newer like USB 3.0s look like, and you just get a male-to-male cable. So we've got that. They sit in there low, put the screws on the top. Sometimes, I don't know if you ever noticed, just put your stuff there, give it a little jiggle. Everything fits in there well. We've got some biscuit jacks. It looks like a little biscuit. Big ones. And adhesive. We have black screws. They're all by themselves. That was terrible.
That's a bad joke.
Yeah, you can cut that one out, or you can leave that one in. It's accidental that all of these screws are separated like this, but it's the way it worked. And then we have some Cat 6A shielded connectors. I have left certain things in bags where I'm worried about dust, and I know the PACKOUT shouldn't from a dust standpoint. Oh yeah, we have some Ubiquity access point and ejection and reset tools down in there. Velcro, extra pair of scissors, rack ears, a little bit of general stuff like that, okay? That is the main rack one. And then we have the low voltage, we're gonna call it, because on this one, I tried doing less rack related and more, this is more TV, whatever. But I'm gonna, if I ever need to, both of these are gonna be sort of interchangeable. We'll start up here. I've got some sweet, like it just, you can use Cat 5, Cat 6, Cat 7, Cat 8, whatever you wanna call it. Any kind of wire, pretty much. This is sort of like a punch down, and this is just an RCA jack. But what this, sorry, a headphone jack, but this is better. This is more for like when you wanna do infrared repeaters and you need to have like the little blaster or whatever inside the cabinet, and you wanna give them, you know, like a professional faceplate style thing. If you want this on a wall visible, yeah, you can get ones with infrared eyes right in them. So these are just a few of them. So, you know, small bins for the center. Then we've got blanks, zip ties, clamps, banana, okay, faceplate screws, whether it's the visible part or the one for the actual outlet. Then we've got 8K, and I have the bags on some stuff, like I said, because I'm worried about them, like these are gold plated. If I take this out of the bag, are they going to tarnish sooner? I don't know. Hit me up in the comments below if you think I'm crazy and I should just unbag it all. But like these ones were in really big bags, so I at least wrote on them 8K, right? This is an older style one that I have no idea what it is, and when I go to install this, I might have a problem with this being intermediary of two like 4K, 8K, you know, cables, or even if the TV's 4K and this is a 1080p. And I realize a lot of people are like, well, they're not rated at 1080p. Obviously, they're not directly related to that. There's HDCP or HDMI 2.0, 2.2, 2.3. That's what I'm talking about. Some of them aren't going to negotiate out. So that's why these right angle ones are in the bag. I have the part number. I can look it up, make sure it's still going to work. Obviously, you could test it, but, you know, right angle, thin TVs, got to have them. Wire nuts and splice connectors. Vampire taps, I realize these are bad, but you know you've definitely run into a scenario where all you want to do is vampire tap and bite onto something, like a wire. So, you know, we've got those. They're not the best, but they have their place. We have cable management. This is actually one of those flat outlet metal brackets that you can use to just make a low voltage outlet. We've got these, which you guys are going to hit me up in the comments below and let me know what it is. We've got one left of an old RJ11. We've got some BNC connectors. We have feet for speakers. The RJ11.
So if the apocalypse hits.
Yeah, I can wire anything.
Okay, cool. It's good thing we have solar.
Yep, exactly. So that's all organized. We added a 3D printed bin and a 3D printed bin, and all of that, it fits in there really nice. And now, the low voltage setup is 97.39% complete because we need a label. But other than that, we're done. We finished the low voltage video.
You are so full of shit. I love you.
What do you mean?
We have so much more electrical still.
I said low voltage?
Okay.
Okay, and that's not really even true because we have a whole stack where we're putting all our home automation equipment, power adapters, power supplies, remotes, cameras, and LED lighting. You're right, but from the standpoint of low voltage packouts and rack gear, this one video and organization has run long enough, and this is done.
I love that for us.
Yeah.
And them.
So, what are we going to link to in the comments? Are we doing a link for this guy?
Well, that'll be listed if you want that bin specifically, but also you did say it was a Stack Smarter giveaway, so as long as you can answer Jake's question.
About what that thing was.
And you got to fill out the form.
You got to fill out the form.
That'll be listed in the comments, and then I'm gonna have to open the big towering doom of Makita and find more Stack Smarter prizes.
Exactly. But I did my part.
You did.
I sat down at my desk and boringly sorted cage nuts by thread size.
He was really excited about life.
No, I just wanted to throw them all out and buy 2 new bags of them. And that would have taken me probably less time. But you know what? I needed to. It was. This gave me some zen. I organized. I can add these to my stack. I got 3 more packouts. She's already got the file, which means this thing, next time you see the garage, well, when we finally see the garage done, we already have labels designed. That one will be done. This one goes back to the electrical stack. And then we're going to move on because I think we promised you in 2 weeks, give or take, the warranty video. So next Friday, we hope to have that. Now, we are relying on a couple things. All of you guys had some really great comments, and gals had great comments. So what I think we might end up doing to make sure that video gets out is if we have to split it, because we are going to go to at least one Milwaukee service center, and hopefully they'll recalibrate my torque wrench. But that's all I got for you. It's not Friday, but it is for you guys. So I'm ahead of schedule in the theory, even though I wanted to do this on Monday. So I'm going to go because I got some birthdays to celebrate. You guys, hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you next Friday on the warranty video. Bye.